What's up, beautiful people? I'm Quincy,
I'm Christy.
and this is Quincy and Christy's Adventures, and we are back. We just returned off our most recent sailing on the Disney Treasure. We sailed on it about a week and a half ago, and now it's time to give you guys a really upfront review about everything, how much we enjoyed it, what we like, and if there were things that we didn't like. So,
Okay.
let's get started.
Okay, let's go.
As usual, I think the boarding was real simple this time.
They seem to be a little behind.
Yeah, we was held up
Yeah.
a little bit for a minute.
Port, yeah.
But then they did have, as usual, the different categories for platinum and pearl members. You have your own separate line. So
Yeah.
once they opened the terminal and started allowing people to go in, we went into platinum, and we both are platinum. She's a couple of cruises away, like one away from being pearl. So go. So we boarded the ship, and I would have to say, when they announced the Williams family and we walked into the atrium, I have to say,
It was beautiful.
it was absolutely stunning. They did a phenomenal job on the decor on the Disney Treasure.
Yeah, the colors are super rich. A lot of deep blues and greens, and that's our favorite colors, blue and green. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's Aladdin and Jasmine in the Great Hall. So it was in the Grand Hall. So it was nice because they were actually on the parapet.
Yes.
Above the stage greeting us as we boarded.
Yeah.
So that was really nice to have Aladdin and Jasmine there. Then they had the big statue in the Grand Hall. One of the things I thought was really strange was we walked on board and there seemed to be a lot of people, but our pictures of the Grand Hall, there's not another soul.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was so strange. And we were boarding number 10. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like we were super early or super late. We were smack in the middle.
Yeah.
And we have the most outstanding pictures of the Grand Hall
Yes.
with no one in them.
Wow,
And it
yeah.
was really strange. But it was beautiful. It was
Yes.
absolutely beautiful.
Yes. So the Treasure is the twin sister, so to speak, of the Disney Wish.
Yes.
So a lot of similarities on the Treasure. Some of the things that you would see on the Treasure, you'll find as well on the Wish. I would have to say, so we'll just let's go to our room.
Yep.
And as usual, Disney, the rooms are absolutely gorgeous.
They're beautiful.
One of our favorite things about the the rooms on the Treasure, same as the Wish, is the separate bathroom.
The split bathrooms.
So that was good. You're able to take a shower in one and use the bathroom in the other, and not have to worry about combining the two, disturbing one another if you're trying to shower or use the bathroom. And of course, the rooms are very, very spacious. Lots of closet space.
Yeah, lots of storage.
Yeah, storage space, space under the bed,
Yep.
and then plenty of outlets. They have the new C-type outlets for the new iPhones and things of that nature. So the room, again, phenomenal. We had a veranda, and of course the view off of the verandas are always a plus.
It's beautiful.
Especially when you're out to sea, if you just want to sit out there and relax, read a book, drink some coffee, and just look at the ocean. You can't go wrong with a veranda. But as Christy stated in previous videos, if you can only afford an interior cabin, they are just as nice.
Yeah.
So our usual routine after we drop the bags off, we go eat.
Well, we had to eat first.
Oh yeah, because
It's Disney.
Yeah, this is Disney. You're not allowed to drop your bags off first at
Right.
Disney. So we ate before we looked at our room.
Yeah.
So, but again, we already talked about the room. So yes, we could talk about the eating.
So we went to Marceline for the boarding, the welcome aboard buffet. Marceline on the Treasure is the exact same as the Wish. You have both halls to enter, sinks to wash your hands, and then identical food on both sides. And then across the back, they always have something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And this time it was stone crab claws, shrimp,
Yeah.
Can't remember if there was fish. Maybe there was fish.
They always have the fish. They had different types of marinated fish, whether
Yeah.
it was Hawaiian style or teriyaki.
Yeah.
They give you a few options of fish, and they had the boiled and peeled shrimp, as
Yes.
well as just a regular peel and eat shrimp.
Yes.
And they had
The stone crab claws.
yes.
Yeah, no snow crab this time. But, you know, if anybody likes stone crab, they did have just the individual claws.
But didn't they break those out
Like day 3.
Okay, day 3.
Yeah.
And now the tough part about this is after selling on Celebrity for the past 3, our last 3 sailings were with Celebrity
Yeah.
before getting on the Treasure.
Yeah.
And if you look at any of our previous videos, Celebrity has the Ocean View Cafe, and I have to say it really spoiled us because the Ocean View Cafe had so many options of food to choose from. They switched things up daily, and this time on the Treasure, man, Marceline, it's just
Wow. So, I like salads, but I'm a very simple salad person. I am lettuce, chickpeas, cheese, egg, maybe cucumbers, and that's about it. So I like to make my own salad. Marceline has pre-made salads. They did have 4 different kinds of salads,
yeah.
but each salad had something on it I would never put on a salad. So that turned me off. They do have a kids station in Marceline, and they did have chicken fingers and macaroni
Mac and cheese, the
French
standard.
fries,
Yeah.
kid food. But they did have pot pie one day. That was amazing. I tended to kind of skip over the first section because it tended to be lamb every single
Yes,
day.
and I love lamb, so I was excited that they had lamb chops the first day, but then the second day, the third day, but then on the 4th day, I was kind of like lambed out.
It was very odd to me.
Yes,
I think Celebrity has completely spoiled us when it
Yes,
comes to
absolutely.
the buffet because I said to Quincy for the first time ever, I'm really disappointed. And that's hard for me to say because like Quincy said, I am one away from being Pearl. And after 24 Disney cruises, I've never come off a ship and said I'm disappointed in anything. So
but you gotta clarify, you're talking about
with Marceline, with Marceline. And as my husband knows, I'm a bread lover. I love bread.
Yes.
Bread and butter. It's not a meal
Yeah.
unless you have bread and butter. And Disney Cruise Line has these rolls, and we lovingly call them crunchy bread because the outside is so crunchy. When you go to break it, it just explodes. You make this huge mess, but it is so good.
Those are her favorites.
They're my absolute favorite, and I have them at every single meal. They did not have them on the Treasure at Marceline, and I was so disappointed. I was heartbroken. And I even asked one of the chefs, and he goes, "Oh, you mean the exploding bread?" I was like, "Yes." And he said, "I'm sorry, we don't have that right now." Oh, luckily they did have it for dinner every night. But you know, you get familiar with things, and you look forward to certain things.
Yeah.
And that was something I was really looking forward to, and not having that, I think just it didn't set the tone for the cruise, but it kind of put a little. Oh, okay.
A little damper on things that kicked the cruise off. So it was just hard going to Marceline's after being in the Ocean View Cafe for 3 prior cruises, having so much variety of things that we like to eat. And to me, this was kind of like, I mean, for people who haven't cruised on Celebrity, they don't have anything, comparable to compare it to. So a lot, they probably were happy people.
Yeah.
But coming off of, like we said, 3 back-to-back, 3 cruises, 3 prior Celebrity cruises, eating in the Ocean View Cafe, so much to choose from: stir-fried
pasta bars,
salad bar, cheese bar, bread bar. Coming to this, it was a kind of a letdown. The food was good, but just the choices, they lacked in choices. So
the quality was better than Royal Caribbean's buffet, but kind of on the same line of the same food every day.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. it's hard for me to say. I mean, because Royal Caribbean did. I mean, at least Royal had a lot of choices as well. So
Yeah.
I'll just say I'll just sum it up. I don't want to drag this on too long about
Yeah.
Marceline's the buffet, but the buffet it just underachieved for me because
It was
I was
underwhelming.
I was used to coming off for Celebrity in the Ocean View Cafe having multiple choices. So
Yes.
that
So
was it.
we went to Marceline, and then 1:30 your room's ready. So we went to our room. It was beautiful. No complaints at all about Disney
No.
Cruise Line rooms.
No.
They're incredible. Beds are super comfy. Pillows, everything is perfect. Of course, we all know the bath products. Outstanding.
Oh yeah,
Outstanding.
yeah. The best products
They really
in the
are.
fleet.
They really
cruising.
are.
Yes.
They really are. So we did that, and then this time I really wanted to see the sail away party.
Yes.
So before we went to sail away, we had to do muster. Disney still does muster the old-fashioned way,
Yes.
where everyone has to physically go to their muster station. You have to listen to them talk. Luckily, ours was in the theater, so we got to sit.
Yeah.
And the theater is beautiful. It's forest green. It's the staggered chairs, not a bad seat in the house. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Theater was beautiful. So we did muster, got that done and over with, and then we went to the sail away party. It was always good to see Mickey, of course, and it seemed like the whole ship was up there for sail away.
Yes.
The characters came out, the entertainment staff was there singing and dancing, and then they blew the horn and we were on our way.
Yes.
So the Treasure is a new ship. It just came out. So we were still in the inaugural season. So as soon as you set sail, the gift shops open. I was really looking forward to browsing in the gift shops. No, there was a line halfway down the hallway just to get into the gift shop.
Yes.
And the line of people waiting to pay, oh my goodness, wrapped around the store.
Yes.
So we both were just like, no, we'll come back
Wasn't
tomorrow.
worth the wait.
No. So we didn't even go into the gift shops the first day. We started to explore the ship, and we went to the fitness center and the spa.
Yes, and it matches the same as
As the Wish.
the Wish. Beautiful. The spa is absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
The inside, the steam rooms.
Rainforest room, yeah.
Rainforest room.
Yeah.
The outdoor area with the jacuzzis, the hammocks, the whole nine. I mean, that spa is beautiful. They even have a private room that you can come to if you want to pay to get a massage on a zero gravity table.
Yeah, couples room.
A couple's room, zero gravity table for a massage, a hot tub that the couple you can get in, and you get the room for like an hour or so. You know what I'm saying? So, and to enjoy it however you want to enjoy it. However, just the price for the thermal suites and everything were just astronomical.
It's painful.
It's astronomical. It was
Yeah.
like $363
Per person.
per person. So you're talking about over 700 and let's say $20.
Yeah.
720 bucks to use the the spa facility.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that.
No.
However, the gym, it's small, but it had everything in it that we needed to get a good workout. And again, that's just a part of what we do. Every time we cruise, we work out every day. Every day we work out. So I was satisfied with the gym. Again, coming off a Celebrity cruise ship, the gym where the gyms are super nice and really large. It was just a little, adjustment for me to be in a smaller gym again. But again, they had adequate equipment, had everything I needed to get a decent workout. So, spa, fitness center, 2 thumbs up other than the price to use the spa, And we went to the raffle. That's our other little routine. We go to the spa raffle. We didn't win anything this time. They gave out a manager specials, which is typical on every cruise. The manager special is going to be about $149 for a 75-minute massage.
Which isn't a bad deal.
Right, it's not a bad deal. And then they throw in, like if you book today, we throw in free hot stones or whatever. So after that,
We wandered around the ship for a little bit. There was a line to get into the Haunted Mansion parlor. So immediately we waited.
Yeah.
We went and we saw the other lounges. There was the Scat Cat Lounge.
Yeah.
And then there was the Skipper's Society, which
Yeah.
became our favorite.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's after the Jungle Cruise. So it has all of those wonderful dad jokes that they share on the Jungle Cruise. They had them on the walls. Everyone was kind of like in safari outfits.
Yeah.
It was really nice. And again, Disney has their, for the most part, their drinks are very reasonable price.
Yes. And at this particular spot, we end up finding drinks that we do like,
Yeah.
and for a great price.
Like $12.
Yeah, 12, no more than 13 bucks. And they made some phenomenal drinks, so that became our spot to get our 1 or 2 drinks for the day that we usually get. The place that replaced Nightingale's, which Nightingale's was on the Wish.
The Scat Cat.
The Scat Cat bar, lounge. They had a piano player in there, like similar to Nightingale's, but the drink menu was it was 2 thumbs down for me. It was nothing on that menu that I liked.
No.
So we didn't even buy a drink or anything there.
No.
I wasn't happy with it at all. Again, so
We did make it into the Haunted Mansion.
finally we made it into the Haunted Mansion, and
Absolutely
I would say yes.
amazing
Yes.
atmosphere.
Yes.
Probably, wow.
They did a great job on the decoration, the interaction of everything that's going on between the people, the dead people in the mirrors talking to you, the pictures on the wall with the eyes blinking,
The fish.
the fish, the skeleton bone,
Fish. Yeah.
skeleton fish swimming, something trapped in a box begging you to let me out.
Yeah.
They did a phenomenal job on the Haunted Mansion. 2 thumbs up. They did that right. I tried a drink in there. In the drink, I guess you pay for the experience. It was a $20 drink, and
It wasn't very good.
no, it wasn't very good. It was sort of like a sweet and sour drink, but it had Haunted Mansion inside of the drink. If you look inside of the drink, you can see
With
it.
a black light. They
With a
had to
black,
put a
they
black
had a black
light.
light, and you could see the words Haunted Mansion in it. But it didn't taste good to me. That's just to me.
Yeah.
So I guess $20 you pay for the whole experience. They did a phenomenal job on the if you get a chance to go, it's definitely worth going in.
It was really nice.
But next time, I don't even drink beer. I was gonna say just order a beer.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have anything at all.
Right.
And I still felt comfortable being in there.
Yes.
And a lot of people were just there
Yeah,
for the
just
atmosphere.
to enjoy the atmosphere. So
And they were limiting time. You had 45 minutes. So after 45 minutes, they would ask you to please, exit so someone else, because there seemed to be a line or people waiting certain times of the evening.
yeah.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth going in and seeing it, especially for people that are Haunted Mansion fans.
Yes.
And they did sell a lot of the themed items, like the clock, and there's like a picture frame,
Yes.
and
And
there was a
people was
couple
buying
odds
a
and
lot of that
ends.
stuff.
Oh my gosh.
People were buying it. The merchandise.
It could be.
But yeah, that was the first time we witnessed that. The sports bar was pretty nice.
Yeah, the Periscope Pub.
Oh yeah, so that was the Periscope
It's
Pub.
themed after 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So it was really neat. They did have like a big section that made it look like you were underwater, and there was like fish and things swimming above your
Yes.
head.
Yeah.
We did not try any of the food, but a lot of people
Yeah.
were eating.
The wings, they had great prices on the wings.
Yeah.
All their foods, the wings, burgers, whatever. Good menu, and it was reasonably priced. But by the time we went to check it out, we had already eaten, and we didn't want to stuff ourselves. But really nice, really nicely done as well. And then for the upstairs restaurants on deck 14.
The Festival of Food,
Yes, where
Deck 11.
is it deck 11? I'm getting my ships mixed up.
It's okay.
But yeah, so they had, typically they have one of the spots that we went almost every day, Mickey's Smokehouse
Yep.
Barbecue.
Smokehouse Barbecue.
And again, they have the same restaurant on the Wish.
Yes.
But this place is absolutely
It's
delicious.
so good.
The food is good. They have
So good.
ribs, brisket, mac and cheese,
Chicken.
chicken,
Greens.
collard greens, cornbread, pickles,
Coleslaw, potato salad.
Yes.
And sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries if you ask for them. That's the only thing that I didn't like, that the sweet potato fries were not hot. I don't care what kind of fries they are. If it's sweet potato fries or regular fries, my fries have to be hot. I don't eat cold fries. But the food, the ribs,
really good.
falling off the bone.
Yeah.
She ate the brisket mostly. I ate the ribs every day. The chicken, delicious. So that's a spot that, even after we worked out or whatever, we'll go grab some for Marceline, something small, but then we'll double back and hit Mickey's barbecue spot. And the food, always good.
Yes.
Donna's Cantina, which is the Mexican themed restaurant where they had
similar to Chipotle.
Yes, they got the bowls, they got the burritos, they got the tacos, and you pick what you want. I ate there a couple of times, and the food there is good. And then they got the ready to order. They got fresh hot pizza that they're always baking.
I had pizza a couple of times. It was really good. We did get burgers one day.
Yes, they have a burger spot, burgers to order, as well as plant-based burgers, which that's what I had. And then the soft serve ice cream, unlimited. You could just go anytime you want to get the soft serve ice cream.
Every day.
So yes, I was pleased with all of that.
Yes,
so no complaints with that.
No. And then we found our spot on deck 14.
Yes.
We have like this one little spot. There's these big brown chairs. We sat in there a couple times and
just relaxed.
Yeah.
Took a nap, power nap, so whatever. That was pretty good. And then we found they have a candy shop on there.
They do. Jumbo Sweets.
I think that's the name.
It's Zootopia themed. Very well done.
Yeah.
Very well done.
You just have to pay for the stuff you want out of that. That's not included.
But it's not super expensive.
Right.
I have I took a video of all of the menu prices. Not expensive, like $250 to $450, but like extremely well done.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they have like the little Paulsicles from the movie, the little red ones, so cute. They had cupcakes. They had all sorts of really beautiful pastries, done at a really well-deserved price.
Yeah.
They also did ice cream sundaes.
Yeah, that's true.
That looked amazing.
Yeah.
They did, but we did not indulge.
We didn't get any of those.
We did not.
And let's get to the dinner restaurants.
Okay.
So
they have rotational dining. You have 3 restaurants that you're going to rotate through. They have 1923, which is there's a Roy side and a Walt side. And when you're looking at your Disney app, it'll tell you if you're on the Walt or the Roy side. It's all themed after basically all of the accomplishments of the Walt Disney Studios. There's cells and different movie memorabilia in both of the dining areas.
Yes.
So there's that. There's Coco, which is like the movie Coco. It's Mexican themed food.
Yeah.
And then there was Marvel.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 main restaurants, and we also dined in Palo one night.
Yes. And again, Palo, can't say enough about Palo. That's one thing.
That's always good.
That's a constant 2 thumbs up. The food at Palo is always good. So if you're booking a cruise with Disney and you get the chance to eat at Palo's versus Enchante or whatever. Enchante. I've never cared for that. Palo's always 2 thumbs up. The food there is always delicious, and it's the only place you can get souffle.
The souffle, yes.
Yeah, which is absolutely delicious. So Palo is one of our favorite events to do. So
it is.
Yes, if you get the opportunity to enjoy that does cost, but if you're platinum, you get to eat there for free.
Yeah.
So Palo was a plus.
Palo was good. The 3 main restaurants, 1923 was exactly the same as the Wish. Unfortunately, the menus didn't really change, so they carried over, which was fine because it was some of our, we did enjoy 1923. Yeah. And then Marvel, again, they did the same show that they do on the Wish, and then there was another show with Groot.
Yeah.
The food there was good as well. The one thing that I do like about Disney is when you're ordering a steak, it's filet mignon. You're not going to get, a cheaper cut of meat. You are going to get a nice filet mignon. And I'm a huge steak eater, so anytime there's steak on the menu, I'm getting that. Desserts were all very, very good.
Yeah.
Appetizers were good.
But they didn't have escargot.
They did not.
Surprisingly. And that's one of my favorite appetizers, and
Usually they have it every
Disney was the
night.
first ship I ever had escargot on, and
Yeah.
now it's not. It wasn't on the menu. Wow, where did it go? Surprisingly, so no escargot.
Coco.
Coco was okay to me. It wasn't nothing to rave
So-
about, in my opinion.
The atmosphere and the restaurant itself was so well done.
Yeah.
When you walked in, they had the ofrenda from the movie with all of the pictures of the family. That was amazing. The seating area with the lights, and it did make you feel like you were at a festival outside. It was very beautiful.
And they had the performance.
Miguel did come out and sing. He did, the first night we ate there, he did Remember Me. And then that was the only song from the movie. Everything else was just music. It was fine. And then everyone's like, oh no, the second night the show was amazing. It was okay.
Yeah.
Not our thing.
Right.
The food, definitely not my thing. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was just okay.
Yeah.
It was just okay.
Yeah.
I definitely preferred the frozen dining area on the Wish and the menu there. I preferred that much more than the Coco area.
So if you guys have eaten on both of them, you sat on the Treasure already, and you've been on the Wish, which
one do you like?
choices do you like the best? I would have to say the Wish as well. Everything was okay. I wasn't disappointed, but I wasn't wowed. And again, I hate comparing, but after selling on Celebrity, I became accustomed to knowing what I like, and Disney again, they did a phenomenal job, but it just, to me, it underachieved a little bit to my standards now after being on Celebrity. Sorry to say that, but that's just my honest opinion of it. We did make it to the show she wanted to see.
We did. I really wanted to see the Moana show because it's the new show for the Treasure. It was the only new show. Everything else is either on another ship or they just had like variety acts, which again, really not our thing. Like magicians and jugglers. No.
Yeah.
But we did go see Moana. Very well done. It was beautiful. If you've seen the movie, the end of the show was very touching. It's such a bold part of the movie when Moana gives the heart back to Tafiti, and Disney just did such a great job. Not gonna say who was crying in the theater, but tears were definitely shed. It was beautiful.
And if you're gonna go to that show, you better get in line 1 hour in advance.
1 hour in advance. So luckily I read online that somebody had said, oh, on our cruise, people were lining up 1 to 2 hours before the Moana show. Oh my goodness. We were in the gym, and we went to the matinee, people, on Castaway. This is Castaway Day. People should be out enjoying Castaway. We'll get to that in a minute. But there was a 3 o'clock matinee, and I was like, hey, let's go to that. There shouldn't be too many people. So at 2 o'clock, I said, I'm gonna go down just in case, and I'll go stand by the theater. The line was all the way back by Skipper's Society already at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
I was shaking my head. Quincy came down maybe at like 2:30, and he was just like, what is happening? And I guess the line went all the way to the Grand Hall.
Yeah.
On both sides, on deck 3, right? No, 5, 4, wherever we were. 3. And then also above us, they said the line was just as long because you can enter the theater on both decks.
Yes.
Unbelievable. So the theater doors open and they're making all these announcements. No saving seats, no saving seats, no saving seats. Do not save seats. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And people, they were running. They were just, it was crazy.
Now, yeah, so I had got there at 2:20, and then they said that they were going to start letting people sit down they was going to open the theater doors
20 minutes before the show.
So I had to run the guest relations because I got the internet, and I was trying to get some money back on my internet because the internet was was
Spotty.
spotty, and luckily they gave me half of my money back. That's all I asked for, anyways. So I was in line at guest relations saying, "Hey, just let me know where you're at in the line."
Yes.
And
we're using the
4:20
Disney app, texting back and forth.
So anyway,
I do
she
like
was in the
that.
theater,
Trying to hold a seat.
Yeah, and it ended up working out, luckily, because I didn't want nobody, fussing at me,
But definitely get to the theater early. And I did see lines like that for Beauty and the Beast. So, yeah, get in line early.
And we can go, since it was Castaway Day, we can go ahead and talk about...
Let's talk about our ports. Yeah.
Yeah, so the ship was supposed to go to Puerto Rico, but it was canceled due to work being
Something
done on
at
the
the port.
pier or whatever. So they switched the itinerary and gave us Lighthouse Point and Castaway. And they did give us some onboard credit for the
But we
change of
also stopped in
schedule.
Tortola, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Tortola, we just walked off the ship, went around the little shopping area, and came right back.
Yes. 'Cause I'm starting to realize most of these little Caribbean islands is kind of like going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
All the shops with the hats, the mugs, the
Swimsuit cover up.
swimsuit covers, the fedoras, the whole nine. And you've seen them once, you've seen them all. But at least we got off the ship, looked around and came back on the ship. And then for Lighthouse Point, that was our
It was our first time seeing it.
Yeah. So
I loved it.
I think it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's definitely beautiful.
It is a long walk.
Long walk when you get off the ship, a long walk before you get to Lighthouse Point, and then they'll have a tram to pick you up to take you over to the island. It was beautiful. The island is beautiful. From videos we had seen in the past, we were wondering how things had changed, because when the first people who went there, it was, same thing, a lot of flies on the food, the whole nine, but I have to say no flies at all, which was a plus. Again, the island is so big, it's big and beautiful, it's spacious and it's spread out. So we had watched did you see it on the video that they said go to Serenity Bay, go to the adult island if you want to eat and everything, because the lines were going to be shorter versus going to the regular family beaches and stuff like that.
Right. So when you take the tram, and you have to take the tram unless you really want to walk. What is that? That's probably a mile or two.
At least.
Because you dock on one side of the island, and everything is built on the complete other side of the island. So when you first get off the tram, they had a store.
Yep.
Which again was packed.
Merchandise store.
Guest services, rental. They had those really neat, like character bohemian things. We got our picture taken in front of those.
Props, picture props.
Whatever they are. And then there was like a bar. And then you kind of come to the center area where the cultural center was, where they do a bohemian show. And you can either go right or left. So if you go right, that's the kids area. There was really cool like water slides and splash pads and really neat kids area. And then the kids club is that way as well. Straight ahead is the family beach. And if you go to the left, that's how you get to the adult area.
Yes.
So there is True Barbecue is the name of the lunch area. There's one to the right, one to the left. Beyond that is the adult area. So I had read a review that said, go to the adult area. There's no lines. The food is so much better. Whew, no.
Right. Let down.
We went straight to the adult area. Every single chair was taken. Now, the nice thing about Lighthouse Point is because it is such a huge beach, it's very, very wide. They do have chairs on the beach, but they also have like these little, I don't want to call them sand pits because that sounds terrible, but like a big sand area of chairs and umbrellas. Every single one was taken, and this was like 10:45, 11 in the morning. Every single one was taken. So we said, okay, guess we're not going to the beach. So we went back to the lunch, Serenity, they call it Serenity Bay as well. We went back to the Serenity Bay lunch area. The line for lunch oh my gosh, wrapped around the pavilion areas. So I got in line while Quincy held our table until I got to the front, and then he joined me and we just left our stuff on the table. But burgers, ribs, they said steaks to order. No steaks. The steaks, no, they were there, but they were already cooked. So
oh yeah, they were.
It's like a pile of them,
and they were tough.
Oh, yeah. They were terrible. And it was just not good.
It was not good at all. At all. So not at all. It wasn't good at all. I was disappointed. So we went to the adult beach thinking we were gonna get some of the best food because it's a total opposite at Castaway. Serenity Bay for the adults always have the best food on that particular
and more choices usually than Cookies Barbecue.
Yeah.
It was the exact opposite here.
Yeah.
Because as we were leaving Serenity Bay, I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop at this True 2 barbecue. No lines. Additional food options that they didn't even have at the adult area.
Right.
And it looked amazing.
Yeah.
They had a spicy chicken sandwich. That's all I heard about as I was walking away. Oh my gosh, the chicken sandwich. I was like, oh. And we had suffered through the bad food.
Yep.
But lesson learned, don't go to Serenity Bay. Go to True Barbecue, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see a problem.
Unless something changes. So, I mean, try them all if you want to. You know, or stop at True 2, because that's on the way to Serenity. Try the food there and then go to Serenity.
Yeah.
But Serenity was a letdown for us. So
it was.
Needless to say, we went to Serenity and went back to the ship.
Yeah.
But the island itself is beautiful.
The beach is beautiful.
Beautiful beach.
Yes.
Decor, the whole nine was beautiful. The food was just a letdown.
Now, I will say it's the softest sand I have ever touched.
Yes. I agree
literally
with that.
Powder sand. Someone said it was pink, but I didn't notice it being pink.
Yeah, I didn't see it being pink, but they kept telling us that the sand was pink.
I don't know.
Have y'all seen, if y'all been there, is the sand pink?
Yeah, post a picture if you've seen pink sand there.
Yes, so, and then getting to Castaway. Castaway, of course, is everybody's favorite.
Shangri-La. It's beautiful.
You can't go wrong with Castaway Key. Anybody that sailed with Disney before, you know, Castaway Key, you know what it offers. It's just a beautiful place. And if I had to judge, I'm still a Castaway person right now. Lighthouse
100%.
hasn't grown on me yet. And with the disappointment at Serenity Bay at Lighthouse Point, I'm definitely going to give Serenity Bay at Castaway the 2 thumbs up. So we got off the ship, went to Castaway.
And we walked.
On Castaway Day, we walked.
We don't take the tram on Castaway unless we're going to Serenity Bay.
Yeah.
But I feel
we walked this. No,
we took the tram to Serenity Bay down there.
Yeah.
But I feel like our walk from the ship all the way to the water slides was probably equal to that first walk at Lighthouse Point.
Yeah.
So, you know, and getting off at Castaway when you see the post office with Chip and Dale and seeing Captain Jack there, that's what makes it. That's what makes it Castaway.
Classic Castaway.
Yeah.
So, it was a good time.
You're not going to talk Castaway, sorry.
Yeah.
But, you know, I did put a little bit of a comparison between Perfect Day at Coco Cay and Lighthouse Point.
Yeah.
Even though they don't have, you know, like the big water park, but the rest of it kind of had that feeling where it was, you know, kind of built up, beautiful beach. It kind of had that feeling to me, just a little. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong. Disney did a great job, and they top-notch everything.
Yeah.
It's colorful, it's classy, it's beautiful. It's just very different than Castaway.
It is.
It's very different.
And let's see, one of the other things that stood out about the cruise, that stands out about all Disney cruises, is Pirate Night.
Pirate Night.
So it's a great time.
It really is.
It's a great time.
Even though it's the same show as The Wish, fine, I don't care. Captain Jack, you can't go wrong. You just can't. We had a great view. We went up to deck 12. We stood next to the stage. We had a fantastic view. If you're on the starboard side, it's really nice because you can watch the show and then just simply turn around and you can see the fireworks.
Disney is the only ship that has fireworks at sea.
And there's just, I'm a fireworks person. He is not. But He indulges me every time, and there's just something romantic about being at sea and fireworks, and I don't know, I love it. I love it so much. I love it. I love it.
So that's a high point of, of our cruise.
Bingo. Let's talk bingo. I'm not a bingo person, and I've always teased him about playing bingo.
She is now.
Okay, so I didn't win. Don't get excited for us. Unfortunately, we lost. However, this very nice woman won. How much did she win?
$10,000.
$10,000.
That was the jackpot, and only one person won it. So that was an incredible bingo for her.
We were 2 numbers away.
2 numbers away, $10,000 jackpot.
$1,000.
And even the previous winners,
Yeah.
$2,000, $3,000.
Right?
So it's something to pass time, something to do. And if you're lucky enough to win, the prizes can be very rewarding.
Just wow.
So a $10,000 winner by herself, and then the other people, nobody had to split.
Nobody had to split.
So yeah, a couple of people won a few thousands of dollars. So
yeah, it was
playing bingo. So that was good.
Yeah.
One of the things that I did hear someone complain about was like the different areas that has the different trivia shows and all that. They're talking about the space is a little bit compacted and it doesn't feel as comfortable as some of the other ships.
Yeah, I feel like on the Wish and the Treasure, the lounges, like the family and the adult lounges, are much smaller.
Yeah.
So Triton Lounge is what they use a lot for trivia, and if they don't use Tritons, they used Skipper's Society, which Skipper's Society, yes, it's a bar and a lounge, but they do have like a really small seating area.
Yeah.
A lot of people complained that they tried to go to trivia, but it was standing room only.
Yes.
The room was so small.
Yeah.
That's bad.
So that was one of the only complaints that I heard.
Yeah, because on the Fantasy, they do have that adult area, and the Fantasy and the tube is a lot larger, and that's what they use for a lot of the trivia and the games. Now Sarabi is the main, it's family during the day and then adult at night. It's a 2-story lounge, but you can't access the upstairs from inside Sarabi, so you have to leave the lower level, go to the stairs, go up, and then go back. It's kind of odd setup there, but it was fine. That's where we played bingo. We went to something else at Sarabi, I can't remember, but it's beautiful. It's kind of Lion King themed, obviously, and they're playing like Animal Kingdom music, and it really set the tone beautiful. The one thing I will say about Disney ships, the artwork, incredible.
Yes.
There was a living moss piece of art that was Moana, and you could touch it. It was beautiful. The carpet, I couldn't get over the carpet. It was just, obviously the ship is brand new. Everything looks and smells new. The colors were so vibrant.
Yes.
And there's just something about walking down the hallway and singing your favorite Disney songs. He laughs at me, but like I knew every song.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes you feel good. It makes me feel happy just to sing along and look at the artwork, and it's beautiful. I will say the ship itself.
Yes,
beautiful.
I agree 100%. Beautiful, beautiful ship. And who's hanging off the back? Peter Pan and
Captain Hook.
Captain Hook hanging, they're hanging off the back of the ship.
Yeah.
So overall, I would have to say, I mean, I enjoyed myself. It was a 1-week cruise.
Yeah.
Spending time with my wife, who's a Disney fanatic, and just seeing her happy, that brings me joy as well. So I would say, overall, it was a good cruise. It was a good cruise. If you can get it for the right price, and again, if you have kids, you can't go wrong selling with Disney if you have kids. They're going to really enjoy the characters. The characters were out so much. It was a few times that we would walk out of doing something and we run into characters with no wait. We ran into Mickey a couple of times. There was no wait. And we walked right up. Took pictures with Mickey.
Aladdin and
Jasmine. We walked right up. We left out or something, a store or something, and they were right there, and we got pictures and stuff like that. So again, overall, it was a good cruise. I had a good time.
It was.
But me being me and being honest,
He missed the casino.
Yeah, I mean, I missed celebrity. I did. Honestly, I did. I know what I like now.
Yeah.
And when I cruise, and although Disney is always top shelf, top tier, celebrity is my first choice. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't want to talk about celebrity too much because we're talking about the Disney Treasure. I'm trying to give you an honest review of the Treasure. Overall, good ship. I enjoyed myself, but again, like I said, my first choice, it's gonna be celebrity. We cruised on celebrity for her birthday in October and had a few more celebrity sailings that we went on, and I just know what I like now, and that's it. They provide everything I like. So
yeah, and I would agree with that. I'm just gonna touch on this really, really quick. Adults traveling alone on Disney, on the Wish and the Treasure, one of the main complaints that we heard on the entire ship, there is one hot tub.
That was awful. Yeah.
There is only one. It's not very large. It's in the adult only area, which again, very, very, very small. And it's like that on the Wish and the Treasure, and I don't know what the Destiny, if they can change it at all. It's one small pool, these two little sitting areas that have 6 inches of water in them that are so weird to me. Nobody's ever in them. A small bar, and then Cove Cafe, which is a very beautiful coffee shop.
Yeah.
That might have 2 to 4 people in it, maybe, if you're lucky. Upgraded lounge chairs, rocking chairs. The area is very pretty, very, very, very small.
One hot tub.
One hot tub.
And we were crammed in there. And,
yeah. It was not comfortable.
It was not comfortable. It was a letdown. So.
Yeah, that's one thing. Again, not to keep bringing up the Fantasy, but the Fantasy has multiple hot tubs. They have giant hot tubs. They have a cantilevered hot tub. It's just, I feel like they kind of forgot about the adults on this one. And there still are adults that like to sail Disney. So, I saw that.
I would just say again, have you sailed on the Treasure? What was your, give us in the comments, let us know, how do you feel about the Treasure? What was your thoughts on the Treasure? And be honest. If you have any questions about the Treasure that we did not address, hit us up in the comments, and we'll go back and, we always go back and answer all the questions and, and respond to all the comments. So let us know if you sailed on the Treasure before. What was your thoughts about the Treasure? If you're going to sail on the Treasure in the future, when is your sail date? When are you leaving? And what are you looking most forward to about the sailing?
Yeah. Overall, great cruise, beautiful ship.
Yeah. And thank you guys for hanging in there with us. And again, hit us up in the comments, click that like button, subscribe to the channel.
And we are now on Facebook.
Yes.
And Instagram.
Yes. Quincy and Christy's Adventure. Look us up. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Yes.
And again, tune in so we can take you on our next adventure.
Which will be very soon.
Yeah, in the near future. I'm recovering from a foot surgery, and I don't need to talk about that on this video. But stay tuned, and we'll see you on our next adventure.
Bye.